Okay guys, this is an update to my speed matching test track project. Um, after running the script and it set the values, and I discovered last night late after I posted the last video, it'll be on today, well yesterday, this will be out tomorrow, but what happened is that I'm looking at the log here. These are all the logs that were created for the 10 engines that I did so far, one for each engine. And then you open it up and then you can see the speed table values, CV67 through CV94. And what was happening is, what I was doing was I was going into Decoder Pro and reading the all the CVs on the decoder, and CV 67 through 94 had some weird results when I did read the full sheet. What it was doing, we'll go over here, and it was marking the state as edit instead of from file or read. Like if I go and read CV94 right now, it's supposed to be a value of 139, which that's what it shows. So it should read that. But watch what happens when I do that. Okay, it read that one. And then it's going to read the next one. That's supposed to be 125. That's good. It read 111 for 92. That's good. 91 should be a 97, which it is, and it reads that. And when number 90 should be 82 according to the log, so it's 82 in here. I'm going to read this one. 89 should be 79, so we're going to read that one. We have to get to an error condition, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. 88 is 68. 88 is 76. I was off on a column. 87 should be 73. 86 is 68. 85 is 64. 84 is 60. 83 is 56. We're coming up to one. And 82 is 52. Okay, now 81 is supposed to be 49, but it shows 52 here. So let's see what happens when I click read on this one. See what happened? They all went to orange, and then they have a state of edit. So it made it match what was 81. So what I have to do is go into my power cab and manually set 81 to be a value of 49. and then I have to go in backwards order, or it keeps on going nuts like this. Like, see, 67, 68, 69, and 70. 71 is good. 72 is a 20. It's supposed to be 20, and it's showing 23. So, see, whenever you see duplicate numbers in a row like this, here, like here's two 46s, so one of these is wrong. Here's two 40s, two 34s, two 23s. So what I had to do was go on the power cab and go into programming track and check the CV's numbers, and then see what the value is in there, and then match it to what's in the log here. So that's what I'm doing. I had two other scripts, and I ran both of them, and it did the same thing. So I'm just thinking that I have two problems here, or maybe three problems. Problem one is the script. It's not writing the values in CVs 67 to 94 properly on some of them. Not all of them, because as you saw, I was able to read from 94 down to 82, and then 81 was the problem one. So it set them all, and then intermittent in between. So I don't know what it's doing. So I got a question up on the JMRI groups, waiting to get a response back from them. The other problem is Decoder Pro. Why is it when one CV is in error, like 81, when I clicked on read of 81, it shouldn't have changed these. That shouldn't happen. I don't know what this is, why this is doing this. So that's another thing. Or it could be a problem with the decoder not allowing him to update them. Maybe they have to be updated in a certain order. I sent an email to SoundTraxx, waiting for a response back from them. So it's three potential issues. I can fix it manually. After I run the script and I get the log, I know what values need to go into CV 67 to 94. And it's tedious, but at least I can set them up in there, and then they're good to go. Because if you were to do this manually without the script, you go crazy. You don't know what values to put into this table. And so the process works. It's just that I had this caveat, and I'm setting them up now. I have three more engines that I'm going through. I did 10 of these engines with the script. I have three more to go in and set the CVs properly in the speed table values. So that's what that is. So I'm using Decoder Pro to verify them, and I use the power cab to make the changes to the CVs that are in error. And since I had an error at CV81, I will just go on my power cab and then go down through each one of those until I get down to CV67. And then I don't have to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'll just go in through, and I use the log file with the values that were produced and make sure that they match, and then I'll go through and read them all again, and then I save this file on the Decoder Pro, and then I export the engine out as an XML file, and they go into a folder here, and this is on my desktop, and this same folder is accessible from my mini computer in the train room, which runs the JMRI, and then I gotta import all these engines back into the roster over there with the new values in them. I always do that. You don't really have to do that, but I do that to make sure that the CV settings that I changed are the CV settings that are what I made here. And I could just copy them over and overlay the files, but I import them, and then it saves it in the folder directory and everything like that. So that's the way I do it. So that's the update, and I got more engines to do, and then I think I got 4 more to run the script for. Then I got the passenger trains. I'm doing all the freight trains now, and then I'll do the passenger trains. I got 3 of those, and that's 2, 4, 6 engines in the passenger trains that I got to do. And then there's a couple of individual engines that aren't in a consist or anything, and I'm going to speed match everything, and then we'll be done. And a couple of little switchers that I have, and I might even do the 44 tonner that has a SoundTraxx decoder in it, and I'll see what that looks like and try that one too. And the only one I won't touch is my smallest one. That's an NCE decoder. I don't need to speed match that guy. I would never consist that little guy with anything. It's just too small. So that's it, folks. We'll catch you in the next video. This is Tom. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you later.